startled when he saw that the great Tang Emperor Taizong of the South Jambudvipa continent was destined to die in the 13th year of the period Jingguan. He quickly dipped his big brush in thick ink and added 2 strokes before presenting the book. The 10 kings took one look and saw that 33 years was written beneath the name Taizong. They asked in alarm, "How long has it been since your majesty was enthroned?" "It has been 13 years, said Taizong. "Your majesty need have no worry," said King Yuma, "for you still have 20 years of life. Now that your case has been clearly reviewed, we can send you back to the world of light." When Taizong heard this, he bowed to express his gratitude as the 10 kings ordered Judge Cui and Grand Marshal Chu to accompany him back to life. Taizong walked out of the Hall of Darkness and asked, saluting the 10 kings once again, "What's going to happen to those living in my palace?" "Everyone will be safe," said the 10 kings, "except your younger sister. It appears that she will not live long. When I return to the world of light," said Taizong, bowing again to thank them, "I have very little that I can present you as a token of my gratitude. Perhaps I can send you some melons or other kinds of fruit." Delighted, the 10 kings said, "We have eastern and western melons here, but we lack southern melons." "The moment I get back," said Taizong, "I shall send you some." They bowed to each other with hands folded and parted. The marshal took the lead, holding a flag for guiding souls, while Judge Tu followed behind to protect Taizong. They walked out of the region of darkness, and Taizong saw that it was not the same road. He asked the judge, "Are we going on the wrong way?" "No," said the judge. "For this is how it is in the region of darkness. There is a way for you to come, but there is no way out. Now we must send your majesty off from the region of the Wheel of Transmigration, so that you can make a tour of hell as well as be sent on your way to reincarnation." Taizong had little alternative but to follow their lead. They had gone only a few miles when they came upon a tall mountain. Dark clouds touched the ground around it, and black mists shrouded the sky. "Mr. Cui," said Taizong, "what mountain is this?" The judge said, "It's the mountain of perpetual shade in the region of darkness." "How can we go there?" asked Taizong fearfully. "Your majesty need not worry," said the judge, "for your subjects are here to guide you." Shaking and quaking, Taizong followed the 2 of them and ascended the slope. He raised his head to look around and saw that its shape was both craggy and curvate, and its form was even more tortuous. Rugged like the Shu peaks, tall like the Lu summits. It was not a famed mountain in the world of light, but a treacherous place in the region of darkness. Thickets of thorns sheltered monsters. Tiers of stone ridges harbored demons. No sound of fowl or beast came to one's ears. Only ghosts or griffins walked before one's eyes. The howling cold wind. The endless black mist. The howling cold wind was the huffing of infernal hosts. The endless black mist was the puffing of demonic troops. There was no scenic splendor though one looked high and low. All was desolation when one stared left and right. At that place there were mountains, and peaks, and summits, and caves, and streams. Only no grass grew on the mountains. No peaks punctured the sky. No travelers scaled the summits. No caves ever harbored the clouds. No water flowed in the streams. They were all specters on the shores, and bogies beneath the cliffs. The phantoms huddled in the caves, and lost souls hid on stream floors. All around the mountain, bull heads and horse faces wildly clamored, half hidden and half in sight. Hungry ghosts and needy souls often wept. The judge in quest of souls, in haste and fury delivered his summons. The guard who chased the spirits, snorted and shouted to present his papers. The swift of foot, a boiling cyclone, the soul snatcher, A spreading dark mist. Had he not trusted in the judge's protection, Taizong would have never made it across this mountain of perpetual shade. As they proceeded, they came to a place where there were many halls and chambers. Everywhere they turned, melancholy cries blasted their ears and grotesque sights struck terror in their hearts. "What is this place?" asked Taizong again. "The 18-fold hell behind the mountain of perpetual shade," said the judge. "What is that?" said Taizong. The judge replied, "Listen to what I have to say. The hell of the rack, the hell of gloomy guilt, the hell of the fiery pit. All such sorrow, all such desolation, are caused by 1,000 sins committed in the life before. They all come to suffer after they die. The hell of Hades, the hell of tongue pulling, the hell of skin shredding, all those weeping and wailing, all those pining and mourning, await the traitors, the rebels, and the heaven baiters. He of Buddha mouth and serpent heart will end up here. The hell of grinding, the hell of pounding, the hell of crushing, with frayed skin and torn flesh, gaping mouths and grinding teeth. These are they who cheat and lie to work injustice, who fawn and flatter to deceive. The hell of ice, the hell of mutilation, the hell of evisceration, with grimy face and matted hair, knitted brow and doleful look. These are they who fleece the simple with weights unjust, and so bring ruin upon themselves. The hell of boiling oil, the hell of grim darkness, the hell of the sword mountain. They shake and quake, they sorrow and pine, for oppressing the righteous by violence and fraud. They now must cower in their lonely pain. The hell of the pool of blood, the hell of Avisi, the hell of scales and weights, all the skins peeled and bones exposed, the limbs cut and the tendons severed, are caused by murder stemming from greed, the taking of life of both humans and beasts. Their fall has no reversal in 1,000 years. Eternal perdition without release. Each is firmly bound and tightly tied, shackled by both ropes and cords. The slightest move brings on the red-hair demons, the black-face demons, with long spears and sharp swords, the bull-head demons, the horse-face demons, with iron spikes and bronze gavels. They strike till faces contort and blood flows down. But cries to earth and heaven find no response. So it is that man ought not his own conscience betray. For gods have knowledge, who could get away? Thus vice and virtue will at last be paid. It differs only in coming soon or late. When Taizong heard these words, he was terror-stricken. They went on for a little while and came upon a group of demon soldiers, each holding banners and flags and kneeling beside the road. "The guards of the bridges have come to receive you," they said. The judge ordered them to make way and proceeded to lead Taizong across a golden bridge. Looking to one side, Taizong saw another silver bridge, on which there were several travelers who seemed to be persons of principle and rectitude, justice and honesty. They too were led by banners and flags. On the other side was another bridge, with icy wind churning around it and bloody waves seething below. The continuous sound of weeping and wailing could be heard. "What is the name of that bridge?" asked Taizong. "Your Majesty," said the judge, "it is the no-option bridge. When you reach the world of light, you must have this recorded for posterity. For below the bridge there is nothing but a vast body of surging water, a straight and treacherous path, like bales of raw silk flowing down the long river, or the pit of fire floating up to earth. This cold air, oppressive, this bone-piercing chill, this foul stench, both irksome and nauseous. The waves roll and swirl. No boat comes or goes to ferry men across. With naked feet and tangled hair, those moving here and there are all damned spirits. The bridge is a few miles long, but only 3 spans wide. Its height measures 100 feet. Below, 1,000 fathoms deep. On top are no railways for hands to hold. Beneath you have man-seizing savage fiends, who, bound by kangs and locks, fight to flee no option-s perilous path. Look at those ferocious guardians beside the bridge. And those damned souls in the river, how truly wretched. On branches and twigs, clothes of green, red, yellow, and purple silk hang. Below the precipice, strumpets crouch for having abused their own in-laws. Iron dogs and brass serpents will strive to feed on them. Their falls eternal, there is no way out. The poem says, ghosts are heard wailing. Demons often cry. As waves of blood rise 10,000 feet high. Horse faces and bull heads by countless scores. This no-option bridge grimly fortify. While Taizong and his guides were speaking, the several guardians of the bridge went back to their station. Terrified by his vision, Taizong could only nod his head in silent horror. He followed the judge and the grand marshal across the malicious water of the no-option river and the bitter realm of the bloody bull. Soon they arrived at the city of the dead, where clamoring voices were heard proclaiming distinctly, Li Shumin has come! Li Shumin has come! When Taizong heard all this shouting, his heart shook and his gall quivered. Then he saw a throng of spirits, some with backs broken by the rack, some with severed limbs, and some headless, who barred his way and shouted together, Give us back our lives! Give us back our lives! In terror, Taizong tried desperately to flee and hide, at the same time crying, Mr. Choi, save me! Mr. Choi, save me! Your Majesty, said the judge. These are the spirits of various princes and their underlings, of brigands and robbers from sundry places. Through works of injustice, both theirs and others, they perished and are now cut off from salvation because there is none to receive them or care for them. Since they have no money or belongings, they are ghosts abandoned to hunger and cold. Only if your Majesty can give them some money will I be able to offer you deliverance. I came here, said Taizong,